Shot and killed the son-in-law of music legend James Brown, and it may have been a hired hit. Someone murdered Darren Lumar last week in an upscale gated Buckhead townhome development. Channel 2's investigative reporter Mark Wimme is live at the crime scene near Roswell Road. Mark?
Davida, we understand the shooting happened in Chip Lumar's garage. Then the gunman came this way and escaped over that yellow fence. The detective says the case is a web of possible motives, posh living, and pain for loved ones left behind.
He loved his kids, and he was just with them. Had he had made a detour to come home beforehand, those kids could have been in the car with him. And that alone just breaks me up inside.
Emma Brown Lumar says she knows what it's like for family tragedy to play out in public as the daughter of the late soul legend James Brown. And now it's happening again with the mysterious murder last week of her ex-husband, Darren Chip Lumar.
I've lost a good friend.
She says they've been divorced a year, but we're still close friends, parents of 2 young children.
We want to solve it. You know, there's so many lives that are affected by this.
He talked to detectives when he was at the hospital the night of the incident.
Then he died.
Yes, he did.
Atlanta Police Homicide Detective Bill Boyd sets the scene near Lumar's rented townhouse at 3541 Roswell Road. Go back to Wednesday night, November 5th.
When the gate opened, he drove in by himself, and he was followed by a man on foot. Subject followed him behind him, and the moment he was getting out of his car, is what he told detectives at the hospital, that the subject just opened fire on him. The subject then ran out of the garage behind the units in this direction and disappeared around the corner here back towards the medical office building.
Boyd says Lumar drove himself to Northside Hospital where he died. Most likely a hired hit?
Most likely, what we've learned so far.
Boyd says the fleeing man was 5'7" to 5'9", thin, light-complected African-American wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt. Emma Brown Lumar says her faith in God is sustaining her.
We want to know what happened, and the person that did this should be caught.
Detective Boyd says when Lumar got to the hospital, he had $4,000 on him, and of course, he drove his car, which stacks up against robbery as a motive. Crime Stoppers Atlanta Director Jose Quintana says the right anonymous tip in this case can net a handsome reward from the Atlanta Police Foundation. Call 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIPS. Reporting live in